Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Zia. So, here in my lecture series on strategic planning and management, this is my lecture number 11 and this is part A. We were discussing about strategic analysis tools. That strategic analysis is the process of conducting research on the business environment within which an organization operates and on the organization itself in order to formulate strategy. So here we were discussing that there are multiple analytical methods including SWOT, PERST, Porter 5 Forces, Four Corners, Value Chain, Early Warning, and Wargaming. So in this lecture, I would be talking about the first analytical tool, that is SWOT analysis. What is SWOT analysis? A SWOT analysis is a simple but widely used tool that helps in understanding the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats involved in a project or in a business activity. So, SWOT analysis starts by defining the objective of the organization or the business activity and identifies the internal and external factors that are important to achieving the objective. Remember, strengths and weaknesses are usually internal, they are considered internal to the organization, while opportunities and threats are usually considered external. Often these are plotted on simple 2 by 2 matrix. So in 2 by 2 matrix, SWOT analysis diagram can be like this, that on the first side you have strengths, on the other side you have weaknesses, and then you have the threats and opportunities. So what could be in strengths, what could be looked for, what we should look for in strengths? We should look that what does your organization do better than other. In strengths, we look for what are your unique selling points. What do you think your competitors and customers want in the market, perceived as your strengths? So how your competitors think and feel about your strengths in the market. So what is your organizational competitive edge? So these are few questions to be asked to identify the real strengths of your organization. When we move towards the weaknesses, the weakness analysis is based on few questions, which include like what do other organizations do better than you, or what elements of your business add little or no value, means maybe it's useless. So next question could be what do competitors and customers in your market perceive as your weakness? So these could be few weakness analysis questions which can help you to find out your weaknesses and strengths. Then on the third level is opportunities box. In opportunities box we talk about different things based on these important questions, like what political, economical, socio-cultural, or technological changes are taking place that could be favorable to you or to your organization. Means it's the sort of opportunity or opportunities you can pick up or grab. Another question be like this: where are there currently where are some currently gaps or loopholes or in the market, or what I call unfulfilled demands of the market? So that can be, or that could be, the real opportunity for your organization. Another question could be in opportunities, what new innovation could your organization bring to the market? That is important as well. If we move towards the last matrix box, that is called the threats. In threats, or analyzing the threats, you can ask few questions like this: what political, economic, socio-cultural, or technological changes are taking place that could be unfavorable to you? If you remember, this was the question which I asked in opportunities as well. Why I ask this question? Because some of the organizations, they become intelligent and they turn their threats into opportunities. That's important. But the foolish organizations, they turn their opportunities into threats. Okay, the next question in threats box we can ask, what restraints do you face? What sort of issues you face? What sort of problems you face? What sort of threats you face? Next question could be, what is your competition, doing that could negatively impact you? If you do that, what are the aspects that would negatively impact you and your organization? That's important. Okay, so on the basis of this, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, we move towards what I call that when using SWOT analysis, it should be ensured that number one, only specific verifiable statements are used. If the vague statements are used, then the SWOT analysis may not be that effective. For example, an example might be like price is $2 per unit lower than competitor rather than good value of money. So be specific instead of just using good value for money or better opportunity in future, something like that. Internal as well as external factors are prioritized so that time is spent concentrating on the most significant factors. This should include risk assessment to ensure that high risk or high impact threats and opportunities are clearly identified and are dealt with in priority order. That is important. Maybe the issues identified are retained for later in strategy formulation process. Another point which is important is the analysis is pitched at the project or business activity level rather than a total company level, which may be less actionable or less practical. Remember, it is not used in exclusively, in exclusive aspect, in an exclusive manner. No one tool is likely to be completely comprehensive, so a mixture of options generating tools should be used. That is important. Only SWOT analysis may not be enough, or it may not suffice to reach to some conclusion. So mixture of tools are recommended. I would talk about the pest analysis in my next lecture. My name is Dr. Zia. Stay in tune, subscribe and share with your friends.